Alexander Zverev is playing a very solid season, in which he has expressed a fairly constant level of tennis unlike many of his opponents. The German champion won the Masters 1000 in Rome and reached the final at the French Open, where he failed to defeat Carlos Alcaraz despite a 2-set advantage to 1. Sasha wants to win the first Grand Slam title of his career and could succeed in this feat at the 2024 US Open. The German tennis player defeated Brandon Nakashima in 4 sets and qualified for the quarterfinals of the last major of the season, where he reached the final in 2020, losing to Dominic Thiem in a match dominated by fear. Without Carlos Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic, both eliminated in the first week, Zverev knows he has a great chance in New York. The German is the second favorite to win according to the bookmakers, behind world number 1 Jannik Sinner. Sinner and Zverev have already faced each other twice at the US Open, in 2021 and 2023 respectively, with the German always coming out on top. Alexander's next opponent will be American ace Taylor Fritz, who is capable of playing great tennis on these courts and supported by the crowd. Sasha will try to take revenge against the American, who beat him at the Wimbledon Championships during the summer. The German seeks his first major. Meanwhile, Zverev has earned the math qualification for the Nitto ATP Finals, which will take place in Turin from 10th to 17th November. It's a tournament that Sasha likes very much, and he lifted the trophy in 2018 and 2021. Zverev is one of the biggest favorites now to get the final win at these US Open 2024. In the low part of the draw, the German is the highest point and, given the elimination of the reigning champion Novak Djokovic, the man to beat. In the quarterfinals, the German tennis player will face Taylor Fritz in a far from simple challenge, but Zverev spoke at the press conference and commented on the match just won against Nakashima. "I was extremely defensive at the beginning of the match and Brandon used it very well and played an awesome set," the German said. "I knew that I had to step up my game and take the ball on the rise more, and I did well today, and I am happy to be back in the quarterfinals." During the press conference after his last match, Zverev spoke about his current status. "Goals? The injury in 2022 didn't help me. I was about to become number 1 in the world. I think there were really few points left, then a 7-month stop stopped everything. It was a hard blow, but it gave me new motivation, and I'm happy with the tennis I am playing. I'm glad to be back to play well after the injury." Sasha on his father. Finally, Sasha spoke about the relationship with his father. "I don't spend much time with my father outside the court, and that's a starting point. We already do it by spending a lot of time on court, and each of us has a family. I like it because we are very close, even with my brother. I know there are some tennis players who have a toxic relationship with their father, constant quarrels on court, but it is not about us. It's just about training and improving. At the moment I'm number 4 in the world," concludes the German champion. Alexander is ready to face Fritz in New York. "In the past, we had some very good matches and also very tough battles, especially at Wimbledon. I think it was a good encounter. I wasn't 100% healthy, I couldn't move as I wanted, but still, it was a good match. Obviously, another tough battle awaits me. We are in the quarterfinals of a Grand Slam. I believe from now on there will be no easy matches." The feeling is that the German has a level enough to win a Grand Slam title, but must be strong at mental level to succeed in breaking this curse. The gold medal winner at Tokyo 2020 has often shown fear in the decisive moments of major tournaments, and this factor has caused many of his most painful defeats, such as against Thiem in the US Open final in 2020. This edition of the US Open seems to be ready to crown a new Grand Slam champion, but will need the best version of Alexander in the second week not to miss another chance.